of Meeting 9 were made available to senators via email. Are there any corrections to the 9th Senate Journal? Seeing none, the Senate Journal is approved as provided. There are no special guests at this meeting, so we shall proceed to open forum. Rule 32, Section 2 states that any student enrolled in Texas Tech University may address the Senate during open forum on any issue for a maximum of 10 minutes. If you wish to address the Senate at this time, please rise, state your name and college for the chair and record. Seeing none, we shall now proceed to executive boards. Please welcome Graduate Vice President Christian Gonzalez.
Good evening, everyone. I hope you all had a good weekend. Welcome back and get ready for the next weekend. So just a few updates from me. I have the off-campus housing fair that I had with Bobby as well. We thought that was a great success. We had a lot of students come by and stop by. The most popular item was actually the plastic straws, which we thought was kind of funny. But there's actually a lot of graduate students there, so I was really happy to help whenever I could. And then we have the graduate open forum. So this is not yet set in stone. This is tentative. But I will have more updates coming out shortly once Dean Sheridan comes back with all those important dates. And then as for the Graduate Center outreach, really I've had some really positive talks with different faculty members, and so far it's really starting to pick up momentum. For example, I had one at the Rawls recently, and she liked my idea in terms of having graduate pamphlets out there that have all the resources for Graduate Center. So that was something that I'll be looking into much later. And then I met with law and graduate senators, which I'm always happy to meet with them. It was great, especially the committees. You know, we always have a good time. So that's all from me. Thank you again, and see you soon.
Next, please welcome External Vice President Bobby Stevens.
Hi, everybody. Good to see you. I hope you're well. So this week's quote is from our very own Melanie Aguilar. The meaning of life is to find your gift, and the purpose of life is to give it away. So in the extracurriculars, the school stuff that you guys all do, you're here to ultimately learn, and I hope that you use your gifts to the best of their ability. I look forward to seeing what you guys do. With that being said, we have some volunteer opportunities. TLC Day is on April 11th, so tell your friends about that. Student orgs will be invited. All your friends will be invited. Pull up. It's going to be really fun. We're going to do a lot of good for the Lubbock community. April 11th, put that in your calendar so that you can be there. Other volunteer opportunities, Lubbock Uncorked is March 27th and 28th. Those are in that first email I sent you about volunteer opportunities. Feel free to join that. Yes, and weekly tabling. We always want more signups. Please sign up. We are a voice for the students. Let's see what they have to say. Next slide, please. Here are some of our Safety Week events. I've taken off the ones that were filled up. Thank you guys so much for filling those out. Great job. This is a good way to get you guys' community service social points. These events are super awesome. This first one on March 9th, I really want to talk to you guys about. This is not volunteering. This is a training opportunity for you guys to learn how to do Stop the Bleed training and learn how to do CPR. You don't get certified, but in the case that you see somebody that needs help, you are going to be able to help them. There is no blood. There's no actual death. It's super kid-friendly. Come learn, sign up. The other ones are volunteering. That one you get a free donut, and then that one you just get to hang out with the lovely people at the rec center. And next slide, one more. Safety walk after Senate meeting. We still need 4 more spots. So after our Senate meeting at about 8 p.m., we will be walking around campus at night, identifying places that we can improve the lighting of to make sure our campus is safe, efficient, and beneficial to our students. That is all I have. Thank you guys so much.
And last, please welcome Student Body President Faith Geisway.
Good evening, everybody. Not a whole lot from me, just a couple updates that I did not get on there in time. But a couple new things, a couple new committees that are starting to form. Christian is sitting on one, and then my athletic director is sitting on a different one. And then as well, we had an IT panel yesterday with the CIO, open to students, staff, and faculty. And what I thought was really interesting was there was one slide that compared, and I don't have it right here, but And the next Senate meeting, I'll have it for you guys so you can see it as well. But the student satisfaction rate, so each year they offer surveys that we get through our email, so kind of like the WISH surveys we see, or IT surveys, and then they take that feedback. And so this year, November, compared to last November, the student percentage of satisfaction with IT and customer service actually went up quite a bit. I believe it was like 6 to 10 points. Don't quote me on that one, but that is really good to see because the continued improvements across the university, and you guys having an advocate voice for them. And then Board of Regents is in 2 weeks. We'll be presenting at that. That'll be right after the Big 12 conference, so you won't see me for a couple weeks. You'll see my lovely interns up here. And then Joint Congress is March 7th from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. It'll be on the HSC campus, so right across the street. Breakfast will be provided. Once again, this is a really good opportunity to meet with senators from Angelo State University, both health sciences schools, and Midwestern State University. We'll be passing legislation that impacts all of the campuses across the system, and as well completing a joint Congress or joint SGA values culture document. And then lastly, Election Day is coming up. Election Commission will be tabling inside the Student Union building. A couple years ago they did this as well. And this is satisfying a polling location for students to vote, and so there will be iPads there where students that are inside the sub or coming into the sub can open the voting platform on a tablet and vote right there. Election Commission is looking for other volunteers to help with this. This can satisfy as an outreach point for you. Madeline cleared that. And so you can sign up to do that. That'll be coming out in a couple weeks, probably at the next Senate meeting, so have your phones ready to scan that QR code. And then if you have any questions about elections, feel free to reach out. Addison Boning, she's our Election Commission chair and doing an excellent job at that. And then with that, I think that's pretty much it. But always here to answer any questions, or if you have any thoughts, always willing to have an open ear. So have a good one.
Seeing as there is no judicial reports today, we shall proceed forward to the remarks of the President of the Senate. So really, I only got one thing for you guys, and it's just your lovely reminder to do your 2 action, 1 congratulatory, 2 appreciatory service hours, and 1 meeting with the IVP. Try to get the IVP meeting done as quickly as possible because I know you guys are busy. I'm also kind of busy, so stacking about 40 IVP meetings in 1 week is a little crazy. So try to get it out of the way as fast as possible. I'm also an open ear to help you guys bounce any legislation ideas off of, anything like that. And I'm always glad to help you guys proofread legislation or even come up with ideas. So I'm here to be of help with that. As always, you can scan that QR code and schedule a meeting with me. We only have a couple of meetings left. How exciting. Our banquet is April 17th, so just keep that in the back of your mind. You will be getting an invite QR code, I think within the next meeting. So it's the end of the 61st session and then the commencement of the inauguration of the 62nd session. So be on the lookout for that. Otherwise, that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. As always, we are here for something much greater than ourselves. And as one unified body, we work to empower every Red Raider through leadership, advocacy, and community. With intentional representation and a spirit of innovation, we leave a legacy of excellence that shapes the future of Texas Tech. At this time, we are giving committee reports. When your committee is called, the chair, vice chair, or committee member designated to present the report will rise and give a brief summary of the report, ensuring to touch on any key issues which they deem relevant. We will start with college committees, moving our way alphabetically throughout them, and then proceed to standing committees, starting with the College of Arts and Sciences.
Okay, so for Arts and Sciences, we're working on doing a town hall. So one of our senators, Senator Jameson, set up a meeting with Dr. Morse, the Associate Dean of the Arts and Sciences College, and worked on some things there. And we also have some really exciting legislation coming up. For example, Nia Baker is working on a piece about campaign funding. And then we also have Senator Zoe, who's working on a legislation piece about content overview and site. But yeah.
Thank you. At large.
We've been off to a bit of a slow start, but we're getting all of our things going for this semester and working on our piece of legislation and our meeting with administrators.
Davis.
We've been meeting and brainstorming legislation for this semester, scheduling meetings within our college and within the
graduate?
So graduates, we are continuing with advocacy, especially for graduate student organizations. And we have been meeting with organizations and arranging processes. For example, we have the chemistry student organization, the career center, and we will continue this program. And we are also planning and meeting with the
Thank you. Honors?
We at the Honors College have been working on outreach piece.
Thank you. Human Sciences?
So we finally scheduled our meeting with our dean and two of our associate dean, currently working on adding a concentration within the health, like the human sciences major and the concentration.
Thank you. Law?
We have been working on meeting with our class officers within the law school, and then we also got new faculty members in our student life and dean's office. So we're planning to meet with them and tell them a little bit about what SGA is pretty soon. Looking forward to it.
Thank you. Media and Communications?
Today, legislation piece will be passed regarding formal peer-to-alumni mentorship program for MCOM students. And we're still discussing, the talk about general curriculum changes within MCOM, and along with specialized after-hours lab access for students who need to understand how to utilize different apps for their classes.
Thank you. Rawls?
Hi everyone, happy early Valentine's. Rawls, we're meeting with Dean Student Council to brainstorm some ideas to make Rawls better, since it's kind of impossible to get a meeting with the dean, so we thought this would be an efficient way to get some things going.
Thank you. Engineering?
So we had a lot of really good ideas during the last meeting, and we're still working on trying to get free printing for engineering students. We use printers like a ton, so and then also just like engineering tutoring programs, because once you get into like your actual engineering courses, tutoring is not available anymore. And then support for the FE exam, which is like a core engineering exam that you can take when you graduate.
Proceeding on to standing committees. Academics?
So for academics, we're still working on our initiative of improving degree works, and we had Senator McAllister set up some meetings with that. And we also welcome to Melody, Sue, and Kimberly.
Budget and Finance?
So we have been hard at work doing student org interviews. We interviewed over 200 orgs over the last 2 weeks, and then last weekend was allocation weekend. The committee spent about 8 hours working on the preliminary budgets. We sent it out to the orgs Monday morning, and we are still working on scheduling appeal interviews for those that are wishing to appeal. So we'll be doing appeals next week, and hopefully at the next Senate meeting we will have the budget bill on first reading.
Absolutely. Exciting things. Campus infrastructure?
Yeah, we've been working on our previous initiatives over the last semester, and trying to follow up with the operations team to know how much they implemented most of the recent years, and also trying to know most of the new things we have been working on. Like now we have a first reading piece coming today, and probably big practice for us.
Thank you. Rules and Administration?
The Rules Administration Committee has been hard at work interviewing new senators. There's about 5 being sworn in later today, and then that's all we've really been working on, and then making sure all the legislation looks good.
Thank you. Public Relations?
We have been working on trying to post senators' birthdays on social media. We thought that'd be fun. They want to do a second spring order for merch, and then finishing up the first round of headshot photos. And then we're still working on the Google form for the senators spotlight.
Thank you. Student life? First year engagement?
Yeah, so we had a meeting with FYLA. In that meeting, it was kind of like a social event. I think it went pretty well, but I'm kind of biased because I planned it. And then we were speaking with our exec team at FYLA, and then we were going to start planning a social event between FYC and FYLA. So that's what's up.
Thank you. Inclusion?
We're still working on the ideas that have more promotion for student government, so that people can know what we do outside of our student chamber. And then last year I was working on a piece to put Texas Tech ratings back into tuition, so I want to pick that piece back up.
Apologies. FYC?
Hi guys, FYC is working with FYLA to do that joint meeting, so we're looking at a few different ideas on how to conjoin
FYE as a whole. And aside from that, at our last FYC meeting, we kicked off our community service event. And so we made handmade cards that we're going to take to a nursing home and then kind of interact with some of the residents there in the next upcoming weeks.
Thank you. And lastly, sustainability.
Sustainability has been working on meeting with the student activities board to try to discuss having a recycling day here, and Senator Jameson has been heading that up.
Thank you. Proceeding onwards to routine motions and other business. The Rules Administration has presented several students to fill positions. In the College of Architecture, Lisa Anoka. In the College of Engineering, Gladys Amole, June Lee, and Joelle Garcia. Due to these being presented by the Rules and Administration Committee, there is an implied motion and second for approval. Shall I by general consent approve? Hearing no objection, senators are approved. At this time, if you were not sworn in at the last meeting or you were just approved by the Senate, please rise. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I do hereby solemnly swear.
I do hereby solemnly swear.
That I shall faithfully execute the duties.
That I shall faithfully execute the duties.
Of the office of Senator.
Of the office of Senator.
I shall, to the best of my ability.
I shall, to the best of my ability.
Preserve, protect, and defend.
Preserve, protect, and defend.
The Constitution of the Student Government Association.
The Constitution of the Student Government Association.
Of Texas Tech University.
Of Texas Tech University.
And the regulations which may be made.
And the regulations which may be made.
In pursuance thereof.
In pursuance thereof.
Congratulations. There has been some changes to committee assignments. The chair appoints as follows. Senator Whittakind as vice chair of the Sustainability Committee. Senator McBroom into the Public Relations Committee. Senator Sharp onto the Committee of Intergovernmental Relations. And as just kidding, not that one. Shall I by general consent approve these committee assignments? Hearing no objection, committee assignments are approved as read. Is there any other business which may be presented during routine motions and other business? Yes, Senator Repetto.
Hey guys, I know you're tired of this, but don't worry, this is my last time because I'm killing the piece. I'm killing the piece, but I'm gonna redo this in next Senate meeting, so don't worry. Hopefully we'll get a free parking soon. I elaborate a lot more on the piece, and I'm hoping to work a lot more with parking, making sure this will happen. So, Madam President, I move to postpone indefinitely Senate Piece 61.103, stating the sentiments of the Student Senate regarding free parking for the Texas Tech Police Department.
It has been moved and seconded by Senator Villegas to postpone Senate Resolution 61.103. This motion is debatable. Debate may go into the merits of the main question, is amendable, and requires a majority vote to postpone indefinitely. Is there any discussion on the motion to postpone indefinitely? Seeing none, all those in favor of postponing Senate Resolution 61.103 indefinitely, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say no. Ayes have it. This motion is postponed indefinitely. General Clerk, please strike 61.103 from the docket. Is there any other business which may be transacted at this time? Seeing none, we should proceed forward to first reading. Senate Resolution 61.137. Senator Walker.
I rise to introduce Senate Resolution 61.137, stating the sentiments of the Student Senate regarding the expansion of the College of Education degree plan options to address limited sophomore course availability. May I please podium?
You may.
Okay guys, hi. We decided to write this piece. If you don't know, kind of like other programs I'm sure that you guys are in, education majors that want to go into like elementary or middle school education have to go into a program called Tech Teach after their sophomore year, or you can try to do it a whole year early. But our program is called Tech Teach. It only starts in the fall and it has to be 4 consecutive semesters. So a lot of students that come in with dual credit end up kind of running out of classes to take by their sophomore year. I know that both of the senators for College of Education have really run into this problem. So this can create a lot of difficulty to maintain full-time status for people, and that can be hard for people that are involved in Greek life, athletes, and then people that need to maintain a full-time status for their scholarships. So we are trying to think of some ideas. When we met with our dean last semester, he told us to put together some ideas of classes that Texas Tech could add to the handbook. So we came up with classes like early classroom management or foundations for differentiated instruction, and that would strengthen a lot of these gaps that we're having. So it's mainly just about improving student progression and supporting our future educators. Madam President, I move to place Senate Resolution 61.137 on second reading and sent to all committees.
It has been moved and seconded by Senator Fitch to place Senate Resolution 61.137 onto second reading and sent to all committees. This motion is undebatable, unamendable, requires a majority vote. Vote in the polls. 41 in the affirmative, 1 in the abstain. Motion passes. Senate Resolution 61.138.
Madam President, I rise to introduce Senate Bill 61.138, stating the sentiments of the Student Senate regarding the creation of a formal, collaborative, in-person and online alumni/COMC student mentorship program. Can I first read it?
You may.
Hello, Senators. I hope you're having a good evening. If you don't know me, my name is Yemi Akinye, and today I am going to be presenting this legislation piece regarding creating a formal, collaborative space for alumni, graduates, and students in MCOM to be able to interact with one another. As if you do not know, MCOM is a great college, but unfortunately there aren't a lot of opportunities for students to be involved, to be engaged, and to understand what it really means to be incorporated into the media industry. And I do have some friends that have graduated and did not land a job immediately outside of college, which kind of goes against what Texas Tech stands for. We want to be an industry-shaping institution that lets students really propel themselves in whatever they choose to do, especially in regard to their major, which is exactly why I wanted to kind of open up the idea of creating like a collaborative space, both online and in person, that allows students to be able to engage with people who have graduated from MCOM, who have already entered the industry. They can have conversation, have open access debate, and if they have any queries or questions or opportunities, just to get us involved and make MCOM a lot more of a industry shaping platform. I think it's a great idea. So, Madam President, I move to place Senate Bill 61.138 on second reading and send to all committees.
It has been moved and seconded by Senator Baker to place Senate Resolution 61.138 onto second reading and sent to all committees. Undebatable, unamendable, requires a majority vote. Vote in the polls. 43 in the affirmative, 1 in the negation, 1 in the abstain. Motion passes. Senate Resolution 61.139. Senator Emanuel.
I rise to introduce Resolution 60.139, raising of student senate to end the need for priority access to early head start program for graduate students.
You may.
Hello guys, this piece is just all about mediating the issue of, the issue of child care support for graduate students. Most of the graduate students, probably internationals or first-time moms, they find it difficult to juggle between class and taking care of their babies. And personally, I've seen about 2 persons carrying their baby in the morning, trying to meet up with class, or in the afternoon in a very hot sun. And if you look at the early head start, a lot of waiting lists, you can apply today and then it could take like maybe 2 years before they can even get to you. So we're asking that the early head start, you kind of find a way of assessing students to know those who actually needs the help, to give them access so that they can have their baby there and also focus on their programs while they are here on tech. So with that being said, I move to place Senate Resolution 60.139 on second reading and send to all committees.
It has been moved and seconded by Senator Sufuna to place Senate Resolution 61.139 onto second reading and sent to all committees. Undebatable, unamendable, requires a majority vote. Yes, Senator Jameson?
Sorry. Never mind.
Okay, you're good. With 45 in the affirmative, motion passes. Senate Resolution 61.140. Senator Whittaken.
Madam President, I rise to introduce Senate Bill 61.140, stating Simmons regarding increased advertisement of the Star Parties of the Three Rivers Ranch Astronomy campus through local schools and social media. May I first vote?
You can.
Okay. Hi, everybody. So, a few years ago, I believe in 2024, Texas Tech acquired 6,000 acres of land in Cottle County. That's my hometown. And with that area right there, they have an astronomy campus there. And they've always had public free star parties there. So we're just trying to increase some of that awareness of these star parties because it's an underserved area with a lot of rural students that don't really have much in the way of STEM education. So we're trying to get them to contact school officials like principals, administrators, science teachers, and also post on local Facebook groups so that we can just spread some more awareness, get some high school students out to some astronomy parties and get them interested in science and in Texas Tech. So, Madam President, I move to place Senate Bill 61.140 on second reading and sent to all committees.
It has been moved and seconded by Senator McCall to place Senate Resolution 61.140 onto second reading and sent to all committees. Undebatable, unamendable, requires a majority vote. Vote on the polls. Missing two. In the affirmative, motion passes. Senate Resolution 61.141. Senator Emanuel.
I rise to introduce Senate Resolution 61.141 regarding promoting public health and hygiene through the provision of toilet cover papers and other disinfectant.
You may.
Hello guys, this piece just seeks to add toilet seat covers in different public restrooms in Texas Tech University because this will limit direct access, direct contact of persons making use of the toilet, so that and also limit the issue of sickness and maybe infection and everything. So, and we feel like this also promotes usage of the toilet because when people don't feel safe, they don't want to go to the restrooms. So, but then when they feel like it's more safe for them, they can actually make use of it and then improve cleanliness as well. So I move to place Senate Resolution 61.141 on second reading and sent to all committees.
It has been moved and seconded by Senator Cox to place Senate Resolution 61.141 onto second reading and sent to all committees. Vote in the polls. Missing five. Make sure you're double clicking on those clickers. Resolution 61.142. Senator Villegas.
I rise to introduce Senate Resolution 61.142, State of the Senate of the Student Center regarding the censure of 12 senators for failure to meet membership requirements and the additional obligations imposed by the Rules Administration Committee may first amendment.
You may.
Good evening, everyone. Rule 6, Section 24 of the Rules of the Senate states that senators who do not meet the requirements in each semester will subsequently be under membership review and subject to impeachment. As we don't want to impeach 12 senators, the Rules Administration Committee has decided to censure them instead and impose additional regulations which must be met. The membership requirements for the 61st session were established April 24th, 2025 through Resolution 61.01, which requires that you author 2 action legislations, author 1 congratulatory legislation, attend 2 outreach events, complete at least 3 hours of community service, and then also meet with the internal vice president. 12 senators failed to complete 1 or more of their requirements during the fall 25 semester and are as follows: Senator Kaya Jordan, Senator Tabor Cristianelli, Senator Halkano Hagura, Senator Fowowe, Senator Adenyiyai, Senator Eli Lujan, Senator Charlotte Gott, Senator Taylor Russo, Senator Ava Lansdale, Senator Kate Fitzmaurice, Senator Grant Thomas, Senator Meg Riddens. As the Rules Administration Committee has reviewed the membership records and determined that these senators fell short of their obligations as elected representatives, we are proceeding immediately. Ooh, this needs to be changed. I'll make an amendment to censure of these 12 senators and require that they complete an additional 3 hours of community service for the spring 26 semester to fill their obligations as senators and remain in good standing with the Student Senate. With that, I move to suspend the rules that require all pieces to be read on sent to second reading and sent to all committees.
It has been moved and seconded by Senator Satar to suspend the standing rule that requires pieces to be placed onto second reading and sent to all committees. This motion is undebatable, unamendable, and requires a majority vote. All those in favor of suspending, please say aye. Aye. All opposed, please say no. Ayes have it. The motion is suspended. Senator Villegas.
I move to strike line 29 as Senator Scarlett Gott has resigned, as well as strike partial of line 55 where Scarlett Gott is mentioned.
Thank you. That is a friendly.
Cool. In addition, I move to strike line 29 where it says impeachment and replace with censure.
It has been moved and seconded by Senator.
Point of order, line 29 does not say impeachment.
39?
And if you're referring to line 39, I believe it reads correctly.
Oh, I apologize. I misread. Thank you.
Do I have a motion to place on third and final?
I move to place Senate Resolution 61.142 on third and final passage.
It has been moved and seconded by Senator Hernandez to place Senate Resolution 61.142 onto third reading and final passage. This motion is debatable, is amendable, and requires a majority vote to pass. Senator Fitzmaurice.
I completed all my notes.
The Sergeant of Arms sent all members who were missing points an email, and you were given ample time to respond to the email.
Okay.
I apologize.
Senator Hargreaves.
I think I did receive an email from the committee, and I did reply to the email. I'm hoping the same to you, and I did a follow-up. These are honorable member, Senate, you all believe in maturity, and I do believe that if I send you an email, you ought to reply to my email so that you can do what you call a follow-up. I did my part, and I don't know why my name is still there.
Is there any discussion? Senator McCall.
It kind of sounds like a lot of senators maybe had like a miscommunication with the email. I also see two from my committee on here too, and one of them isn't here to like say if she got an email or not. So I probably won't be for this piece just because there's confusion. Like we don't want that being out there and it's like the wrong thing. So yeah.
The chair welcomes any amendments to strike any names that you see so with it. Senator Joyce.
Madam President, I move to amend the motion and instead send this piece to second reading and send to all committees so that the Rules Administration Committee can have time to review.
Senator
and
Villegas, do you
consider.
withdraw your motion?
Yes.
Do I have a motion to place on the second reading and send to all committees?
I move to place this piece on second reading and sent to all committees.
It has been moved and seconded by Senator Sitar to place Senate Resolution 61.142 into second reading and sent to all committees. This motion is undebatable, unamendable, requires a majority vote to pass. Go on the polls. In favor, 4 litigation, 5 abstain, motion passes. Proceeding to second reading. Seeing as we postponed indefinitely 61.103, we shall proceed to 61.130. Senator Bijou.
Madam President, I rise to reintroduce Senate Resolution 61.130, stating the sentiments of the Student Senate regarding support for the increase of student transportation fee.
You may.
So as I mentioned in the last Senate meeting, the transportation and parking services is predicted to run in a deficit in the next fiscal year. So the Committee of Student Transportation held multiple scenarios to break even, and this resolution is the scenario that we all agreed on unanimously, 7-0, and it states that the student transportation fee will increase from $13 per credit hour with a cap of $52 to $16.25 per credit hour with a cap of $65. With that being said, I move to place Senate Resolution 61.130 to third reading or final passage.
It has been moved and seconded by Senator Jasani to place Senate Resolution 61.130 onto third reading and final passage. This motion is debatable, is amendable to the second degree, and requires a majority vote to pass. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, vote in the polls. In the affirmative, 1 of the abstain, motion passes. Senate Resolution 61.131, Senator Sweden.
For the personal privilege, may we please excuse Sarah G. from the chamber for the rest of the meeting?
We may. Senate Resolution 61.131, Senator Baker.
Madam President, I move to introduce Senate Resolution 61.131, stating the sentiments of the Student Senate regarding the deadline legislation to the piece. May I ask for
You may.
I think this piece is pretty self-explanatory. It's just to move the Senate resolution deadline or submission deadline a little bit forward, so then we're all able to not only read the pieces but ask questions for the pieces that we have questions about or seek more clarification, so then we know what we're voting on, because our votes impact more than just as we've been saying. So hopefully this will allow us to make the necessary decisions or clarifications before we get to the Senate chamber, so then we're not doing the clarifying here. So Madam President, I move to place Senate Resolution 61.131 on third reading and final passage.
It has been moved and seconded by Senator Akinyeye to place Senate Resolution 61.131 on third reading and final passage. This motion is debatable, is amendable to the second degree, and requires a majority vote. Is there any discussion? Senator Joyce.
Just a few things I noticed while reading this piece. Just have a couple of amendments to make it a little bit more clear. So the first one is, Madam President, I move to amend Senate Resolution 61.131 by striking lines 23 through 25. The sentence is kind of like weird, and I think it's a little redundant. And then, yeah.
Do I have a second? It's been moved and seconded by Senator Sitar to amend Senate Resolution 61.131 by striking out lines 23 through 25. These lines read, Whereas changing the current deadline of Monday before to the Thursday before, as under the current system, senators often receive legislation less than 24 hours before meetings, which limits their ability to fully understand and evaluate proposals. This motion is debatable, is amendable again to the second degree, and requires a majority vote to pass. Is there any discussion on this motion to amend by striking out the lines? Is there any point of confusion or points of information of which we can clarify? Seeing none, all those in favor of amending this piece by striking lines 23 through 25, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say no. Ayes have it, line is so stricken. Senator Joyce.
Okay, the second amendment is just to kind of clarify the enacting statement. So I move to amend by striking lines 26 through 38 and replacing it with the following. Therefore, be it resolved that Rule XXVI 26, Section 3 of the Rules of the Senate be amended to read as the following. For any bill or resolution to be printed on first printing, the bill or resolution shall be submitted to the journal clerk no later than 5 o'clock p.m. the Thursday before the regular meeting or 2 days prior to a specially called meeting of the Senate, except the Committee on Rules and Administration being allowed to submit bills or resolutions within 24 hours of their committee meeting. Legislation submitted in this manner will be automatically placed on first reading. This rule may be suspended by a 4/5 vote of the Senate.
Do I have a second? Been moved and seconded by Senator Sharp to amend the piece by striking lines 26 through 38 and being replaced with the aforementioned paragraph that Senator Joyce just read. This motion is debatable, is amendable, and requires a majority vote. Senator Joyce.
Just to clarify, this didn't change anything about the piece. It was more just clarifying where the therefore be it resolved statement needed to be for the legislation to enact it correctly.
Thank you. Is there any discussion on this amendment? Seeing none, all those in favor of amending, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say no. Ayes have it, amendment is passed. Is there any discussion on the motion of Senate Resolution 61.131 or the merits of it? Yes, Senator Villegas.
I'm in opposition to this bill. I agree that we should have quality legislation and get it beforehand. However, this does not change that the Committee of Rules and Administration meets on Monday at 5 p.m. and at 8 p.m. As this is the best time for majority of members of the Senate to meet and review all legislation. So if we submit it sooner, that doesn't really do anything but just let it sit in an inbox. It won't be put on to the committee report until they meet on that Monday before Senate. So I'm in opposition to this bill as I don't believe it is doing what the author intends.
Thank you. Is there any discussion? Senator Whittekin.
I also rise in opposition to this bill, just because I think it will make it harder for all of us to meet our point requirement deadlines, as we're all like very busy people, we're involved in many organizations. We need those extra few days to be able to make sure that our piece is good enough before we send it to RNA, so that RNA isn't getting even more work fixing stalled resolutions that we didn't have time to work on.
Thank you. Is there any other discussion on this piece? Senator Baker, you were the maker, you have priority.
Okay, thank you guys for you rising in opposition of the piece. I would like to address Senator Whittekin's statement first. I think that's our problem right now is we're trying to reach our Senate requirement instead of trying to serve our student body. So if we were to have an extra week to meet with the people that we needed to make the piece better, or to ask Gunn or Faith if this is how they're supposed to do something or what's the best way to go about it, then maybe we'll have better legislation hitting our Senate chamber right now, hitting our floor. Because right now when I look at it, we do a crosswalk every semester, or we do lights every semester, fixing a room every single semester. Not saying those aren't big things, but I think if we were to have more time to do the meeting instead of just submitting things, then maybe we could get better legislation that not only helps our student body, but pushes us forward rather than doing the same things every single semester.
Senator Sweden.
I think that you have good intentions with your piece. I'd love for you to reach out to me. Maybe we can find different requirements, and we can speak with Madeline and see if we can change the requirements of the senators, for the senators.
Thank you. Is there any other discussion on this piece? Senator Emanuel.
Just to ask them some questions. Have you ever thought about the person compiling the plan data science comes? If the person doesn't have time that night before the day to send it out, what happens?
Would you like to answer?
So when I get the legislation, time varies, and that's no fault of anybody, but there's not a lot of hands on RNA, and so it does take some time to go through the pieces meticulously. And then I get the pieces, it just times varies. and then it depends how long I have to put the packet together and then get it to the senators.
So to follow up on that, how about if you have, let's say you have classes from Monday till and then on that Thursday as well, maybe on the Thursday before the, on Wednesday before the senior, what happens if the person is not able to be representing the piece to senators? So I feel like making that very close will kind of be much work on the journal class piece, compiling the piece to send out to everyone because they have other things doing, and I feel like if they can have time to, even if it comes in on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, they can take their time to organize the piece and then send it out for everyone to read. That will make more sense because there are a lot of work to do and they're also students and they have other things to attend to.
Yes, just a point of clarification. Our current rules state that the journal clerk has 24 hours before the Senate meeting begins to send out pieces. This was changed from the last session in which stated that you had at least 48 hours. Because even last year, and in the last 2 years that I see this was not fit, we changed it to 24 hours as the journal clerk was still stressing then. However, if we change this today, it is the chair's recommendation that we must change those preceding rules for future sessions in order to accommodate to those. Just something to think about. Senator Baker, do you have any last concluding thoughts?
Not really any debates. Whenever I talked with Gunn about pushing the legislation date forward, this was something that was supposed to happen a couple of sessions ago. It just never got enacted, or nobody thought that it was the right time to do it. So it's not just this is a problem right now. It's been an issue for a while. So that's why I wanted to write the piece. So hopefully, not in this session, but in the next session, regardless of if it's impacting us the same or not, hopefully we have better legislation hitting the floor because we have more time to do it.
Thank you. Is there any other discussion? Senator Sweden.
Point of information, did we want to implement this, sorry, I didn't hear you, do we want to implement this like this session or like next session, like what's the goal?
You can't change your rules after the session has started, so it would affect the next session.
Senator Villegas.
As I stated, I agree with the intent of this bill. I believe that what Senator Baker is trying to do is a great idea, but you cannot control when the Committee of Rules and Administration meets, as we all have very complex schedules, so there's no guarantee that we can meet on Thursdays when this would be happening, the legislation would be due. Mondays at 8 p.m. have historically been the best time for all members of the Senate to meet, as that's after most sorority and fraternity chapters, and there's typically not many events that happen on Monday evening. So again, like I said, I am against this bill just because I don't think it's in the correct format. And there's also sent to the wrong editor-in-chief. I'm not sure if I mentioned that. I don't know if that was edited or not. So I am still against this bill, and I think we can pass a better bill to make sure our intentions are clear for the next session.
Thank you. Friendly amendment accepted. Strike Mariana Soriel and insert Jacob Lujan. Is there any other discussion? Senator Sitar.
I also rise in opposition to this bill. I agree with the idea, but I think there should be more cooperation with the Rules and Administration Committee before creating a resolution.
I have one more debate, right? I have 3. Yes. Okay. Or you have 2?
No.
Are you?
You
Sorry.
have, yeah.
Would someone like to yield their time to Senator Baker?
I yield my time to Senator Baker.
Thank you. Senator Baker, you have the floor.
Thank you. I think there would be more of a collaboration with an RNA committee if they wanted to meet with me outside about the piece, because they do see the pieces beforehand. So if they emailed me about the piece and asked for clarification or wanted to work with me to fix it so then it could be acted on and it can make our Senate chamber better, then maybe there would be a collaboration. We wouldn't be having this discussion right now. And there is things wrong with the piece, but RNA has the ability to change it and edit it. They're not supposed to, but they do have it, right? So that's the whole point of the piece, not to make anybody's job harder, not to make Senate push it back so then we have to submit our stuff earlier. But if we're saying that all this stuff is wrong with the piece and that the pieces that hit the floor aren't the best and that Melanie's job or the journal clerk's job, Ashton before that, is hard, maybe pushing the deadline forward would make everybody's lives easier. If we're saying there's so many things wrong with how we're currently doing Senate. So rather than rising in opposition of the piece, it sounds like you want to do it and you want to make this piece better. So are we rising in opposition of the piece or opposition of the idea? Because those are 2 completely different things.
Senator Bijou.
Can I yield my time to Senator Villegas?
Yes, you may. Senator Villegas, you have the floor.
Thank you. Just to respond, RNA does not have the power to change any intent of a piece. We can change grammatical and incorrect names. We cannot change the merits or intent of the piece, RNA would be more than happy to collaborate and create a more organized, better piece that will satisfy the next session as well as the senators in the chamber.
Thank you. Is there any other discussion? Senator Joyce.
Madam President, I move to re-refer this bill to the Committee on Rules and Administration.
Do I have a second? It has been moved and seconded by Senator Fish to refer this Senate Resolution 61.31 to the Rules and Administration Committee. The motion to refer is debatable. Debate must stay within the merits of the motion to refer is amendable and requires a majority vote to pass. Is there any discussion on the motion of which to refer? We are not talking about the point of the piece. We are talking about whether or not we would like to refer it to the Rules and Administration Committee. Is there any discussion? Senator Jameson.
So what would referring this piece to the committee actually entail for the piece?
Senator Joyce.
So referring the bill basically says that during the Senate off week, whenever the committee meets again, they are required by the Senate mandate to specifically review this piece and then report back on it to the Senate. So this basically gives them time to, again, work with the author, ask those relevant questions, work on it, discuss any amendments they might want to make, and then they're required to give a report at the next Senate meeting on their findings for the bill and their recommendation moving forward.
Point of clarification, please refer to this as a resolution, not a bill. Is there any discussion? Senator Sharp.
I think that's a great idea. I think everyone in here kind of agreed that this is a good idea. This is something we need to work towards, but the piece just isn't exactly where everyone wants it to be at this time. So referring the piece gives us time to do just that. So I encourage everyone to vote in favor of the referral.
Thank you. Senator Joyce, clarification. When shall the committee report back?
The committee shall report back at the next regularly scheduled meeting.
Thank you. Is there any other discussion? Senator Furbacher.
I'm in favor of referring this as a member of the Rules and Administration. I think that we could definitely collaborate to kind of understand the committee and the benefit of the Senate overall by looking into it, researching, understanding more.
Thank you. Is there any other discussion on the motion of which to refer? Seeing none, please vote in the polls with your clickers. One in the abstain, motion passes. This motion is referred and the Rules and Administration Committee shall report back during committee reports at the next meeting. Seeing that that was our last resolution on second reading, we should now proceed to the consent calendar. If you are presenting Senate Resolution 61.143 through 61.148, please line up at the podium in the order of which you are presenting your pieces. Senate Resolution 61.143.
Hi everyone, this resolution congratulates the Texas Tech archaeology team on successfully uncovering the lost mission site of Espirito Santo. So in December of last year, an archaeology team from Texas Tech University, led by Associate Professor Tamara Walter, successfully uncovered the long lost Spanish mission site in Jackson County of Texas after nearly 300 years of being lost to history. So this resolution congratulates the professor who led the team that found this lost mission site and the 3 students who participated in this successful rediscovery.
Senate Resolution 61.144.
Hey everyone, this piece is congratulating a Texas Tech alum, specifically a Davis College alum. She was named the executive vice president for the Fort Worth Stock Show and Rodeo. She's the first woman to ever be in that role, so that's super cool. And she actually attributes a lot of her professional success back to Texas Tech, so we're getting some recognition in there. So just congratulating her on this really phenomenal achievement.
Senate Resolution 61.145.
Thank you, Madam President. This piece is basically congratulating the Office of International Affairs of Texas Tech University for hosting 7 years consecutively this program called Young Africa Leadership Initiative from all the sub-Sahara country, and I'm also a beneficiary of this program. So the second piece is actually congratulating Professor Faith Maina from College of Education, Department of Curriculum and Instruction, for her voluntary services to the college, mentoring and also ensuring that all the international students, undergraduate, the graduate students are all taken care of here at Texas Tech University.
Thank you. Senate Resolution 61.147.
Hey everyone. So this resolution formally recognizes and congratulates the Texas Tech pre-law ambassadors. So their dedication to organizing the Texas Tech Law Fair, they've worked to create meaningful opportunities for students to connect with law schools and representatives across the nation. And they are able to gain insight into the law school application process and explore diverse legal career paths. Thank you.
Do I have a motion to place Senate Resolution 61.143 through 61.147 onto third reading and final passage? Senate Resolution 61.148 is a repeat, therefore we shall strike it from the record.
Madam President, I move to place Senate Resolution 61.143 through 61.148 onto third reading and final passage.
It has been moved and seconded by Senator Richard to place Senate Resolution 61.143 through 61.147 onto third reading and final passage. It is a reminder that the consent calendar must pass with 100% unanimous vote. If there is any reason why we should separate a piece at this moment in time, please say so we can do that. Seeing none, please vote in the polls. Senator Webb. 46 in the affirmative, consent calendar passes. At this time, any member of the Student Government Association may make relevant announcements in the chamber. Please stop packing up and quiet the chamber. We are still on air. Senator Joyce.
Hey everyone, I just wanted to give a big shout out to our members of the Budget and Finance Committee for all their hard work this week. That is Senator Kate Fitzmaurice, Senator Halkano Hagura, Senator Cooper Mao, Senator Rashida Parvathaneni, Senator Cynthia Pua, Senator Wayes Sitar, Senator Anil Jasani, and Senator Sarah Richards, as well as the executive team that helped us sit in on a lot of interviews, and I believe Senator Enos and Senator Villegas also helped us, and then also our intern Sarah Adams helped us for allocation weekend, pulling files a lot. So just give them a big round of applause. They've done a lot.
Senator Bennett.
Hey guys, it's a volunteering activity on Saturday. We're going to be packing 30,000 meals, so let me or Sarah know if you want to help or know anyone in need who needs help.
Thank you. Senator Richard.
Alright, a little bit quickly from the pageant world. Tonight was our Dave and Buster's fundraiser. Obviously none of us are over there right now, but I am very proud of our senior elite Miss Military Star Texas, my mom Stephanie. She has been taking initiative, and because I was not there, I am giving what would have been my share of raised money to her for her trip, because it would not be fair for me to take it from her, especially when she's put in so much work. Our next fundraiser is actually going to be in partnership with my Mary Kay team. Any new team members that I get and I sign on, I will be donating a portion of my profits to the organization itself, Military Star. So if you have any questions about how to help me do that, that would be great. Thank you guys so much, and awesome job, Budget and Finance. We've been killing it.
Senator Baker.
Two things. The first one is we're having a healthcare and policy panel with Tech Event. We're partnering with them. So there's going to be Cynthia Jennifer, who's one of the VPs of the Texas Tech Med School, Dr. Sonnenberg, who's a 60-year acting physician, and he teaches at the Dell Medical School, and then a fourth-year medical student, Jed, and they're going to be on that panel. It's March 30th at 6:30 to 8. And then we also are partnering with the NAACP for Mayor Forum for London. So if you want to help through the Mayor Forum or go to the panel, just let me know.
Absolutely. Always tech the vote. Get involved as much as you can. Thank you, Senator Baker. Is there any other relevant announcements at this time? Senator Villegas.
If any of
Please
you,
rise when speaking.
Yes, I apologize. Thank you all for this productive meeting. Rules Administration is still looking for members to join. As has been talked about, we do very meticulous work. It's very hard, so we need all the help we can get. Senator Rashida, I'm so sorry to pronounce her last name. She has been joined us, but we still need at least one more individual. So if any of you or any of your senator friends are interested in joining, please let me and Madeline know. We'd love to have you. Meetings are at 8 p.m. on Monday.
Thank you. Any other relevant announcements at this